I found it wild to see that so many people commented asking about getting a Patrick Star video after Inside Out won the poll a couple weeks ago. I'm very glad people really enjoyed my previous SpongeBob video. Thank you so much. That it was even recommended to a big SpongeBob video essay creator here on YouTube that you can see it in the video. This video also seemed very well received besides some people who can't let me have an opinion, and also this brought in an entirely new topic I can add to my channel's roster. For a good reason why you should subscribe, I get stuff done on this channel. As long as you like, comment, and subscribe, because you tell me through liking that you want to see more, you tell me through commenting what you want more of specifically, and you tell me through subscribing that you want to come back for more. So honestly, on your way out of the video, just hit these buttons and comment, and trust me, you've contributed so much. But for what you've all been waiting for, Patrick. In case you missed my previous video, I am a longtime viewer of SpongeBob and someone who probably has been watching SpongeBob longer than most of you watching have even been alive. So I have lived through big changes to SpongeBob, which I highlighted last time, but this time I want to highlight the inevitably bad changes Patrick has acquired along the way. And trust me, there is no actual argument that would disprove that Patrick has become a worse character over time, because they have completely wiped the original Patrick's entire meaning and replaced it with this. With that said, I think it's finally time to fulfill all of your guys' requests and talk about how Patrick Star shows us how to waste a character. Now, what I mean by waste is that they took all the good traits of Patrick and butchered them until they're barely recognizable anymore in any way. That shows a huge contrast and larger step down in quality from 1999 to now. I should also get out of the way that you can have your own opinions about SpongeBob, modern SpongeBob, and old SpongeBob, just like I can. I am not trying to ruin this for anybody whatsoever. That's not my goal here. My goal is for entertainment and education with this channel. So let's go to the beginning, where it seems like all of this started off. Patrick has always been an idiot, and I mean that with all due respect, because he has made us laugh over the years with some extremely quotable lines like,
"Is mayonnaise an instrument?"
And less quoted but still equally funny lines like,
"Don't you have to be stupid somewhere else?"
Not until 4.
But breaking down the character a bit more than that, just he's an idiot with purpose of being a comedic relief for the show. Now, I'm not saying that the other characters don't have their funny moments, but Patrick has always been the one to lighten the mood and give a little stupid joke with smart delivery to invoke a laugh. Now, I want you to hold on to this, please. Patrick was funny because he was the only comedic relief, and his jokes were well-timed and well-delivered, even if they were random at times. As we progress further along the SpongeBob timeline, we can see that Patrick stayed this way for a while. Unlike SpongeBob, it didn't seem like he was completely changed after the first SpongeBob movie, and honestly seemed to stay the same star up until after the second movie. That is a long time of consistency for the most part. I personally think that...
I think we have a few minutes before he gets here.
Is still genuinely a funny line that has a comedic value to it and has depth, like how he goes from 0 to 100 just by SpongeBob turning the binoculars the right way, which I understand not everybody likes the same comedy, but I hope if you disagree with thinking that the joke is funny, you can at least respect that there is an attempt at a comedic effect used with a good structure. The biggest problem Patrick faces after Sponge Out of Water is that the show realized its audience from years and years ago are now older, and that they need to change the show in order to keep the newer generations interested. One of the big fallouts of this slow change was dumbing down the show, and in doing so is dumbing Patrick down even more than he already was. A huge problem that emerged through this was the lack of actual jokes that weren't just some random thing Patrick would say in his baby voice. There was no actual delivery of his lines either. It's just him saying it in a tone that rivals the stupidity of DreamWorks hiring Mike Mitchell to direct Kung Fu Panda 4. And with no delivery and actually no well put together joke, his character was deformed into a soulless machine that pumped out jokes, and the people at Nickelodeon would cross their fingers, hoping at least one of the random things he says would cause a laugh. I think a problem I never hear brought up when it comes to modern SpongeBob is that everyone is the comedic relief. There is no character in the show not trying to do something funny or say something funny. Patrick no longer has a purpose in the show anymore because when everyone's super...
No one will be.
Basically what I mean is that if everyone is a comedic character trying to get a laugh, then that means Patrick's humor and whole purpose in the beginning of the show is gone. His whole arc and personality is a waste to even keep around anymore, since the show's insistence on having everything be funny is so degrading to what the joke-telling and actually funny Patrick used to be. This new version of Patrick has been the one that we have been stuck with ever since the second SpongeBob movie released. It's so sad to see what this has come to, and especially how you can notice over time that Patrick slowly started to decrease in quality from around season 10 to season 12, and then onto the actually horrifyingly bad Sponge on the Run and Saving Bikini Bottom. Now, before I close the video off, I want to mention the SpongeBob musical and how it used Patrick effectively that no other season has for a while. Patrick in the musical is someone that actually grows as a character by the end of it. Now, if you don't know, Patrick, before the intermission, leaves SpongeBob and Sandy behind to be a leader of some cult of sardines who thinks he is the Super Sea Star blah. Oh my god, that's a lot of words. The Super Sea Star Savior and an insanely good song. Now, what's done here is Patrick finds a place where he is number one, whereas wherever he goes around Bikini Bottom, people just think he's stupid. But this cult he found actually values what he has to say, even if it is stupid. This is something that comes back up later when SpongeBob and Patrick duet about missing each other, and even later when Patrick realizes his place in the team he used to be a part of and saves the day. What is so refreshing about Patrick in the musical is that he actually has a purpose to the plot, rather than just being there for comedic usage. The writers of the SpongeBob musical are actually geniuses, taking Patrick from long ago and bringing him back, but also allowing him to be stupid for the plot's advantage. I could rave about how good the SpongeBob musical is because, believe it or not, I actually saw it before it even got to Broadway in 2017 and was blown away by how good it was in 2016 before a lot of people got to it. I desperately wish Patrick could find a better use in SpongeBob or even just regain his significance of being the comedic relief than just being wasted potential for something that was already great and never needed to be changed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Comment anything you want. If you think someone you know would like this video, then share it with them as well. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm Enchanted. Bye.